you. My name's Nick, this is Alex, and we're going to be your guides through the next hour or so of wonderful new stuff to look at. Now, the Las Vegas Open is taking place in Nevada right now as we speak. If you're there at the event, we hope you're having a wonderful time. But Alex, we've got some seriously good stuff to look at, right?
We do indeed. We've got stuff from Warhammer Age of Sigmar, Warhammer 40,000, Necromunda, and the Old World. But that's enough from us. We've got a reveal now that I am incredibly excited for.
All right, see what we got. Okay, so this is Age of Sigmar, I'm guessing. Yes, Beauregard. Okay, they look sick. White King on Skeleton Ski. Okay. Hi?
Ooh, that is a beautiful box for the Soulblight Grave Lords.
It really is.
So this is the Death Rattle army set, and as you can see, it is skeleton heavy.
It is. I bet you're happy to.
That looked
I am
great.
Box, we've got the brand new White Lord and or King on the skeletal steed leading the force there. Lots of the new Barrow Guard and the new Barrow Knights as well. There's 20 Barrow Guard and 5 Barrow Knights in the box. Of course, this box contains the Battle Tome, the War Scroll cards, what you've come to expect. It's really so cool, this box. Isn't it?
Is that what they've been doing with all the Age of Sigmar boxes?
I think it's going to have to be that White King.
He's so cool. We'll come to him in a second. But first of all...
You're back? Awesome. Welcome back.
Right. So the Barrow Guard, these guys are basically the White King or the White Lord's bodyguard. And they're slain at the time of his death, you know, knowingly or not, willingly or not. They're then interred with him. And so when the curse strikes and he's risen, they come with him.
So our tomes and cards are refresh Soulblight? Yeah, apparently.
Per kit. You get 20 of them in the Death Rattle Army set, and you can make the banner, the champion, the musician as you normally can. Now, if you already play Soulblight Grave Lords and you have Grave Guard in your force, then this unit, the Barrow Guard, are simply a replacement inside the book for that unit. So you can use your Grave Guard models as...
Apparently, they're getting the tome in the box. Is that what they've been doing for all the Age of Sigmar boxes?
Double-handed axe as well. They're really cool, these guys. Super armored skeletons. The elite skeletons, as if such a thing is possible. And in-game, they can deliver crit mortal wounds with their weapons and protect nearby heroes as well. So elite bodyguards for heroes. They're pretty cool, right?
Indeed. And thinking of elite Death Rattle units, we've also got the Barrow Knights. So these guys are basically the nobles of the Barrow Kingdoms. They were buried alongside their horses, so when they've risen, they've taken them back. They've retained a little bit more of their sentience than the average Death Rattle, so they've got some of the little quirks from life. So after battle, they have a habit of grabbing banners and trinkets from the battlefield as trophies.
I like these. Basically, skeletons with a bit of a personality, essentially. Yeah. I like that a lot. This, again, box set has 5 models in the box. They make a champion, musician, and standard in there as well. And again, if you've got Black Knights in your force already...
God, those look good.
Almost a replacement for those. So you can use your Black Knights as these, or use these new models if you'd like to as well.
A lot of metallic, though.
Cavalry that can protect a local cavalry hero as well, which is pretty cool. And they've got a rule called Cursed to Rise, where you can just bring models back to the unit with no dice rolls required, which is really cool. So these guys just don't die. Again, I guess. But who we got leading the force?
Indeed. So this is the centerpiece model from that Death Rattle box. This is the White King. So these guys were the rulers of the Barrow Kingdoms. And when they're buried, it tended to be in opulence. They might have a sarcophagus of gold.
Love the Soulblight horse stuff.
Chair,
nice.
That kind of
cool
thing.
to see new stuff for the old skeletons.
They were grim, very warlike sort of kingdoms. So these guys have an awful lot of will. So it takes a very powerful vampire to kind of take control of them. And as we'll talk about in a bit when we look at the Battle Tome, you can now field entire armies of death rattle skeletons.
So
led
like
by these
horde
guys.
stuff,
So
and the horses are cool
the
too.
king,
Yeah.
of course, there is one of the two options. It can also make the White Lord as well, sort of maybe a lesser rank of a skeleton hero. On the tabletop, the king is a little bit more powerful and can bestow ancient barrow curses upon your enemies, which is terrifying. Whereas the Lord is more of a leader for your cavalry, so he bestows a few benefits onto cavalry units in your army. So if you wanted to have a whole army of cavalry, this is the guy you want leading it if you wanted it.
Now, these aren't the only leaders coming for the Soulblight
No.
Gravelords, are they? Here we are, Prince Vordry, Master of the Crimson Keep. Now, Prince Vordry is back from the Age of Myth.
That looks
He's
sick.
Not Nagash's favourite the whole time. He was, after a rebellion, he was cursed to basically be bound to the Crimson Keep, which was torn out of time and space, and so it appears randomly across the realms. However, as you'll find out in the Battle Tome, it has been appearing in places Nagash didn't necessarily want it. So there's definitely something going on here. Now, this model is absolutely spectacular.
It's
So like needed
huge
more
as well.
needed
It's
more named characters. Yeah,
160
waiter,
more names,
400
which
more.
is monstrous. It's so much bigger than the previous incarnation.
That is sick.
It was so cool to see, and what a centerpiece model it is as well.
Oh, yes.
That lance is almost as tall as the Revenant.
That
Draconith
model
is
alone almost makes me
named
want to go for
Shortmare, right?
Soulblight.
It is. So Shordmare was the first Draconith to sort of dabble in necromancy, attempted to raise a load of other Draconith. Didn't go particularly well, all kind of backfired, and he ended up in undead himself.
Just a beautiful, beautiful model. And of course, the model being a bit bigger means on the tabletop, he's got a little bit tougher. His health's gone up to 18, which makes him even harder to kill than he previously was, but just an incredible
18
centerpiece
toughness,
for your
good
Soulblight
God.
collection. But that's not the only model that comes in that kit. If you wanted to, you
What?
can also build this, the Revenant Draconith, which is essentially a huge sort of zombified dragon, but without a rider on the back.
Yes, indeed. So these are fairly rare. Whilst Nagash and Shordmare did attempt to raise a number of them, Krondys and Karazai did not take well to that and hunted them down. And so if you're a vampire lord in need of something incredibly hard hitting,
Wait.
go in search of one of these. You
So you
best
can
bring a lot
build-
of meat, and
Wait,
a lot
wait.
of willpower to kind of control them.
Two models out of the
There's an
kit,
element
or
whenever
is it
they
just
draw,
one or the other?
That is almost lonesome. Like there's a memory of who they used to be locked in there.
That's really cool. I like that a lot. There's on the tabletop these
One or the other,
can
okay.
fly high. Warhammer players from the yesteryear might
I
remember
kind of
flying
misheard that
high,
then.
and this Revenant Draconith can do that off the battlefield and then come down later on, striking down if it wants to, and can keep doing that throughout the game, which is really cool. It's a terrifying thing to face, and we'll come on to the book later on. But I wanted to point out that one of the regiments in the one of the regiments of renown in the Battle Tome is called the Beast of Castle Stenesti, which allows you to take a Revenant Draconith in any death army. So you want one of these in your Ossiarch or your Nighthaunt force, or your Flesh Eaters, you go for it. It's a really cool thing that all death players can have a go at. It's really, really cool. Right, well, we mentioned the Battle Tome. Let's have a look at that. What can we expect from the Battle Tome, Alex?
So the Battle Tome is, as we can see from that box set at the start,
Yeah,
it's
apparently you
highly
can.
focused on the Barrow Kingdoms and the Death Rattle Skeletons. And as I said before, it allows you to field an entire army just of skeletons. However, that's not all that's in it.
Well, that's your main focus.
Well, I love skeletons. But yes, so we've got all the background, all the
Oh,
lore,
God,
the
ads.
armies,
Blarg.
the regiments of renown. One of my favourite parts of it is that it continues the lore of the vampires and how the Soulblight have kind of reacted to the Hour of Ruin, which they refer to as the Time of Blood. So, sorry, the Time of Vile Blood, probably
just
because of
normal
all Skaven. Not that tasty.
Fair enough. As normal, and in the Battle Tome, we've come to expect so everything from battle formations, traits, enhancements, spell laws, everything you might expect to see. What's really exciting is that for the first time in a long time, we've got new faction terrain and manifestations for the Soulblight Gravelords. But we're not going to show those quite yet. You have to watch out for those in the near future. There are
In the category, by the way, you can do that. Oh, yeah, sure, go right ahead.
Including my favourite is the Death Stench Drove, which is.
I mean,
all
we're
about having a
still
horde of
technically.
zombies
Oh
go
God,
across the
that's
table.
right.
The Path to Glory lets you follow the
Yeah,
path
go right
of
ahead.
a vampire or a non-vampire hero.
New terrain
there's
and endless
two regiments-
spells.
two armies, sorry, of renown in there.
While that's
Knights of the
happening-
Crimson Keep and the Barrow Legion, your favourite one.
Yep.
All about the skeletons, which is cool.
I'm gonna
The
do
two
something so I
regiments of
don't get
renown,
hit with those
which
ads.
lets you take that,
Something I don't
Draconith and
normally
one,
do.
Which, again, we're going to keep secret for now. There's more coming on that later.
Let's,
on. But, absolutely fantastic book
Damn
as
it.
always
Indeed.
from the studio.
And also in the Battle Tome is the new Spearhead, the Death Rattle Tombhost, focusing on those Death Rattle skeletons once more. Now, this isn't a replacement for the Bloodgrave Hunt, which is still legal. It just means you're getting an extra Spearhead.
So you're going to get to paint a second spearhead for your force.
Oh,
This time,
yes.
a real skeleton crew, right?
That's implying that I've only got one spearhead so far.
Well, that's the we go. We've got the new spearhead on the way. It's not going to be coming alongside the release. It's going to be a little bit later, so you may have to raise them from dead a little bit after the release. But we've also got a novel from Black Library coming as well, haven't we?
Do indeed. This is the Masters of Death Omnibus by David Annandale, and it brings together a number of his stories: Neferata, Mortarch of Blood, Neferata, Dominion of Bones, Dynasty of Monsters, a Soulblight Grave Lord's novel, as well as 3 shorts: The Threshold, Obsidian, The Dance with Skulls. So this is basically your gateway into the background and the narrative of the Soulblight.
So, Alex, speaking of Black Library, it's time to talk a little bit about this year's Black Library celebration.
I don't know why you can't. You should have that.
Now, normally we spend a day celebrating Black Library. This year, we're going to go a little bit further, a bit more time perhaps, and we're actually releasing some really cool models alongside the Black Library celebration and the books that are coming this time as well. First of all, let's have a look at Malaneth Witchblade. What a superb model that is. Alex, who is Malaneth and where she come from?
So Malaneth was one of the daughters of Cain. She was trained as an assassin. She ended up working for the Order of Azir, and as part of that, ended up accompanying Gotrek on a number of his adventures. Now, they didn't get along great. Malaneth attempted to poison him.
Yeah,
but seeing as Gotrek is still roaming the mortal realms, that did not work out. So despite not being particularly friendly, she did come to sort of have a great respect for him and sort of almost the hope he brought to the mortal realms. And this is coming alongside the Shade of Cain by Evan Dickin, and we showed that off in the last preview.
It's such a beautiful miniature. It really, really is. On the tabletop, it's actually going to be getting its own Legends War Scroll to use in the game as well, if you'd like to use that model. She excels in hiding inside units and leaping out. Again, Elven Assassin fans from yesteryear might recognise that as a thing that's happened before.
Not
poison thrown.
I'm not an editor, apparently. Didn't know there was a difference. I'm not sure. Godric can die. The world ended and he's still alive. Right.
Cain army.
All right, I'll fix that
visiting Warhammer
here in a
stores
little
during
bit.
the Black Library celebration, because there'll be some exclusive scenarios to play with her on the tabletop too.
Very cool.
Which will be very cool. So that's Malaneth Witchblade coming soon. But also for the Black Library celebration, we have this. This is Hell's Last, a new command squad starring Minka Lesk and her command squad. Alex, who is Minka Lesk?
So Minka Lesk is one of the few survivors of Cadia. She managed to escape. And as a White Shield, she then became a guardsman. So the White Shield is sort of the planetary defense forces of Cadia. And she's risen all the way to captain. And this is coming out at the same time as the novel of the same name.
Looks like great models, though.
That's coming from Justin D. Hill. We've seen Minka Lesk in other books before. It's the last White Shield Omnibus is available as well from Black Library. Do check that out. On the field, she's also getting her own Legends data card to use in game as well, should you want to. But it's also a great collector's box set to just paint up. And if you wanted to use alternative miniatures, I mean, Lesk would make a great sort of alternative Castellan for your Astra Militarum force. I mean, that's Commissar Shand. That would make a great alternative Commissar for your force if you wanted to as well. So just a really beautiful box of miniatures to get painting on.
Now, going from the 41st millennium, we're going old to the old world.
Ooh, old world stuff. Half your army is Cadians.
So the High Elf realms return to the old world, and we're starting off with that wonderful battalion.
It is such a whiplash going from those beautiful models from earlier and then seeing the faces on these guys.
And those 2 Tyrannoc chariots. Now, they can be built.
They're adorable. Adorable little models.
The Tyrannoc chariot is the one that's pulled by the horses. At the front is the one that's pulled by the lions, is the White Lion chariot of Schrace as well. A bit more brutal option. But yeah, the High Elves are a beloved faction in the old world, and it's great to see them coming back. They are as elite as it gets when it comes to forces like this. So all their models are just better than yours, basically. And
for some reason, we couldn't just print new models. Yeah, unfortunately.
Great way to start an army. It's not just the only thing that's coming alongside the High Elf Realms release, though. There's loads of other plastic models coming too. What have we got, man?
We've got the Lord on Dragon. These are the White Lions of Trace.
Okay, the dragon model is kind of cool.
Masters of Hoeth, the Illyrian Reavers, Eagle Claw Bolt Throwers, because why use gunpowder when this is so reliable?
Well, those are a few of our favourites, right? But there is loads more, and I'm sure you'll see some pictures on the Warhammer community website if you want to go and check those out. But basically, if it was in plastic before, you can pretty much get hold of it now. So High Elf fans.
Okay, Mouth, I just made you editor.
Now, Alex, there's loads of miniatures people will recognise from yesteryear, of course, but there are some new models coming alongside the release too, right?
There are indeed. The first is a Shire Vest, the Sentinel of the Silent Isle. This is basically one of the Sea Lord's most capable and long-serving warriors. She's been trusted with the coastal garrison of the Silent Isle, and she's ascended through the ranks through years of dedicated service. You imagine the elves are quite the meritocracy, and she spent most of her recent years hunting for Norscan raiders because they've been a lot more active.
Oh, that's really cool. I like the fact she's carrying a trident called Matlan's Ire, which is great. She's irritated with you and she's going to stab you with a trident. It's great. We've also got the Lord of Schrace, right?
We do indeed. So Schrace is the land of mountains and forest, and since the invasion of Chaos, has basically been plagued by horrible beasts. And so basically part of their ritual is you need to go out and hunt one of the white lions, and you're not deemed to be a true warrior of Trace without having captured and killed one of these lions, and they tend to bring back the pelts. So if you're a lord from Trace, you're going to have one of these.
And a giant axe as well.
Oh, yes.
I won't lie, I'm not really understanding what I'm looking at, but cool.
Let's have a quick check about the Arcane Journal, because those 2 characters are quite relevant to the book that's coming alongside it. This is, as other players will know, an in-depth look at the history of the High Elves and the stories of their forces, and full rules on how to use their armies outside of the forces of fantasy they will all have in that book, right?
Indeed.
What more can we tell about the background?
Old Fantasy had like godly number pages of lore.
Releases, the elves tend to focus on Ulthuan. However,
don't all Warhammer stuff have godly number pages of lore?
The last few holdings in the old world, a lot of their seaborne forces. So Shire Vest has got her own sort of army formation in this, and we think of like elite expeditionary forces. There's some stories from Corhill Lionmane.
I should already be working out right. In all honesty, I should be working out right now, but I'm too busy. Been here watching reactions with y'all and enjoying some beer.
There's a little bit of diplomatic tomfoolery going on in there, but it's a wonderful read.
Yes, but this was like super complex, right, with a bunch of shaky alliances going on for like 5,000 hours of just Nagash old world antics, and that's just one guy. Cool.
That sort of thing. And the other army is the
I don't mind a lot of lore. Like Warhammer's one thing, and I can actually get behind, but if it's just that for one guy, I'm sorry. I may not even get into the game itself.
Schrace Hunter's Honor, which is quite cool. That's why he carries his big axe, which is nice. Also inside the book, you can find historical scenarios. There's a refight of the Battle of Chalons as Corhill leads his forces against the Beastmen, and brand new units, brand new units.
I'll be right back.
Book. Some which will have models which we haven't seen yet, but also quite a lot which show you how to sort of construct your plastic models in a different way. Actually, the book tells you how to convert models into things like Schracian huntsman or woodsman or ship's company, that sort of thing. It's a really cool sort of like a conversion guide in there. It's really great. So there we go. Hey, talking of cool armies, talking of cool armies, armies on parade. It's that time to start talking about armies on parade again this year.
Already?
And it is indeed. We are happy to announce that armies on parade is coming back again for 2025.
This is the 15th year of
those look cool. There's just a lot going on. Old world fans love their stories, which is part of why they were so pissed about the end times, since it was the writers just making everyone blithering idiots, so the chaos could win.
It's happening,
and they
it's a great deadline to get forces. You've taken part as well.
Oh,
those look cool.
Yeah.
Anyways, protein bar. I'm hungry.
Make sure to do something.
We've got the new categories coming this year. We've sort of made the categories a bit simpler to make sure people can understand what they're going to be. You can enter as a solo entrant, paint an army yourself, basically. Young bloods for our younger hobbyists. And this time we've got a team category as well, so you can enter as a team. Maybe want to get all of us Warhammer Plus guys together.
Normally I don't eat these.
Do that, you never know.
Until after I get done working out.
But yes,
but at night, I'm more than likely not going to work out, so I'm just going to go ahead and eat one.
Exact timings of
Old World's not my thing, but I do get why the lore would repeal.
Check that out as soon as you possibly can.
Someone, even if it's not my thing, except the Nagash stuff, but I'm just biased because of that. Yeah.
But right, we've got something else to show you now.
I think this is Necromunda. Those look pretty darn cool. Necromunda have such cool models. Why you never heard about that game itself? I don't know. I would like to know about the game, in all honesty.
It's more models for the Ash Waste Nomads, right?
So these
How closely related is Necromunda to 40K?
And living there, they're scouts, trackers, hunters, that sort of thing. They're very much in touch with sort of the beasts of the wastelands as well. So you can see that all of their weapons tend to be like Helamite claws that have been strapped on, that sort of thing. They're very sort of old school and in touch with the wastes themselves.
I love this sort of like weird mystical tribalism of this. It's so cool, these models. These are elite gang fighters for Ash Waste Nomads gangs.
Necromunda is literally just a planet in 40K. The entire game is just a massive gang war on Necromunda, I think. Wow.
In like in a burrow and just ambush out halfway through the game, which is quite good fun. They're completely combat focused. They don't even have access to pistols on their equipment list, which is so just all about combat. And they're just wonderful miniatures. You can take a few of those in your gang if you'd like to as gang fighters. Yeah, absolutely wonderful things to paint as well. It's really nice to see the Ash Waste Nomads being fleshed out like this. But Alex, they're being accompanied by these weird little Athromite spine worms. Yes. What are these?
So these things are only really seen by outsiders accompanying the nomads. So they've adapted really well to survive in Necromunda's toxic environment, and they're incredible burrowers. So they'll go through sand, ash, rock, flesh. And they're basically their barbed fangs, once they dig into something, are nigh impossible to get rid of. And their saliva contains an anticoagulant, so once they've bit down, that blood's going to keep flowing.
Oh, these things are horrible. They are sort of essentially pets that you can take as equipment for your Shadow Hunters. Each fighter could have up to 2 of them. If you really want to take that many, you ought to.
I think I'm done drinking beer, though, so I can actually go to bed properly.
In the game as well, they can just burrow through impassable terrain like it wasn't even there, just gnashing their way through walls, which is really, really cool. So wonderful little models there as well. But also coming alongside these is the Nomad weapon upgrades. Okay, we've got a lot of guns and a lot of stuff in here. What have we got, man?
Very rusty. You can see a lot of blast carbines, heavy blasters, web pistols, web guns, notably scavenged autogun, because they don't obviously have manufacturing facilities of their own.
These are basically
they are
all the weapon options for your Ash Waste Nomads gang. So there's weapons in
there.
I
almost want to actually
get hold of before. Now you can.
I actually almost want to just
contains things like
look. I actually want to look a little bit more into Necromunda stuff.
It's not just weapons; it's basically a conversion box for your and a customization box for your Ash Waste Nomad gang.
But I'm just really busy painting all of my.
But all of this, of course,
I was trying to get my 40k stuff finished up, at least what I can.
Wastelands book
is indeed. So what's
just to see what it's like, right? But maybe we'll work on something like that.
It's not told from
in the future.
Point of view, so nobody's really spoken to the nomads before. So this is told by an outsider. Basically describing things. So all the terms we have for the nomads are.
But Mouth, what did you think about my immolator?
And it talks about the three sort of sub factions, sort of like the yellow nomads, etc. And it details a lot of the beasts, the healer.
That's good. Thank you. Thank you.
It also describes their electrostatic weapons.
Was he actually able to get the guns to be able to?
This is a really good way to
change. I'm able to actually properly change the guns out
on various beasts.
Oh, also they're trying to hunt down those beasts and stop them, and shocking them with static means they fall over and you can capture them to ride on them, which is perfect. Inside the book, you can find lots of rules. The great tribes you mentioned there have been expanded upon. The nomads get their very own trading post as well, which is great. Lots of strange and exotic items on there. There's 2 themed scenarios for people to play, as well as
the stained glass window actually turned out a lot better than I was expecting it to, especially after I shaded it.
Book right here for the Ash Waste Nomads. So if you're a Nomads player, you want to get your cowled hands on these.
Oh yes. But that's not all that's coming for Necromunda.
Okay.
There are also some terrain kits.
Nice.
So this is the Satos pattern fortified module.
Oh.
This is basically a really nice armored I'd say a little safe zone out in the wastes. You can see there it's got those turrets on top. Now, it doesn't come with any rules for those, do they?
No, it's got grenade launchers and heavy stubbers. They're mounted on the sides, and players can sort of decide how they want to use those if they want to. You can upgrade them to have those if you really want, but there's every chance that those might fall into the hands of the enemy, so maybe not worth spending the creds on them there. But it's just a really cool upgraded version of the Thatos Pannon hab models we've seen before. To have those extra bits on top of it is a really nice addition to your collection to sort of make your outland hub settlement look a little bit, well, you say safe. It's still the Ash Wastes, right?
Oh, yes.
That's not all the terrain we've got coming. There's also the Zone Mortalis ruins, the ruined Underhive sector here as well. This is essentially 3 sets of the existing ruined Zone Mortalis terrain sets come together into one box, bundled together to make it really easy to purchase. And how many do you reckon you're going to get?
Ooh, at least one, because I think just with one set you can get a nice Necromunda board.
Yeah.
But if you got 2 sets, you'd have multiple layers. And
it's like the dream board, isn't it? And imagine, I mean, Warhammer 40,000 players as well. Imagine playing a game of Warhammer 40,000 on this as well would be great.
Actions.
So those are coming. Those are coming soon.
That train does look good.
So looking a bit further,
that train looks amazing.
We've got Kill Team, which is going to be continuing to get boxes throughout the year. Underworlds.
You guys actually saying 40,000.
We showed up a little roadmap a few months ago.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Continue to get releases going forward. Middle Earth, of course, has just got a brand new release. The Horrors Heresy. Now, Heresy Thursdays are back.
They're back.
Keep an eye on Warhammer Community for more information. There's models, there's information coming up. It's brilliant. Black Library Celebration, as we've said, is coming up in February. Warcom is going to have news for all of those, but the old world. Now, we've seen a whole host of stuff come out for the old world.
Heresy Thursdays.
We've just shown
apparently. I didn't know that was. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Keeping track based on what we showed off. There are 2 more factions to come.
Yeah.
The Beastman Brayherds and the Wood Elf Realms.
So we can confirm they are on the way.
Yes.
They are in the near to soon future for old world players. And there may be other stuff coming as well, which we won't know about. So. There.
Outside of the tabletop,
yeah,
we also have something to reveal for Space Marine 2. So last year we saw Space Marine 2 come out, and we've all had an immense amount of fun playing it. I've been playing
it to death, man. I'm like level 22 on PvP right now. I love this game so much.
There are over 5 million players, which of course means that Focus and Saber have all the more reason to continue to keep developing the game. We've seen new weapons, enemies, maps, skins, and now there's going to be another PvP game mode, new PvE maps, and more cosmetics for various chapters.
Fantastic.
And we can reveal that the next enemy that you're going to get to destroy is the Tyranid Biovore.
Oh, good. Like, I can't wait to hit that thing with a chainsaw and execute it and get my health back. It's such a wonderful game to play, and I know folks watching it will have played it a lot. And Buy Wars coming soon, as well as all of that cool extra stuff. It's going to be a good year for Space Marine 2 players. It really is.
But it is also.
It is hilarious that they took this long to do Beastmen, considering that Beasts of Chaos was still being sold until like half a year ago. Wow, Saber screwed me on Evil Dead.
Like, the glory book for
game.
narrative
Oh
players.
wow!
However, there's some more stuff coming. We've got the Ideneth Deepkin and the
That
Nighthaunt
kind of
coming,
sucks.
Fairly soon.
They're notoriously very fast moving, so hopefully they'll be here quite soon, both those forces. But that's not all as well, because a bit further on the horizon, well, we're not going to tell you what's coming. We're just going to show you some cryptic pictures, and hopefully you can work out what's going on there. I've got a good idea about 2 out of the 3 of them. What about you? You reckon?
Maybe 3.
Maybe 3.
I think plenty of people at home will be able to figure out what these are, given a bit of time.
Yeah, absolutely. If you've got a good idea what you think those are going to be, just fire it in the comments down below. We want to see what you think. And of course, even further out, we're going to be even more cryptic. No idea what that could be. But
okay, Gorn, Courageon, and
silhouette.
I want to say Daughters of Kine. Oh.
Let us know what you think that's going to be. But there's more for Warhammer 40,000 coming too, right?
Indeed. So, as we said before, last time we showed off the Eldari and Deathcore of Krieg, and at Christmas, we revealed Fulgrim.
Now, Fulgrim, of course, is not just a great model in himself, but is also the herald of the Emperor's Children coming. We've been teasing you guys for a long time. The Emperor's Children are on the horizon very, very shortly. What's coming after those guys?
Yes, a little bit further out, we've got the World Eaters, the Death Guard, and the Thousand Sons. However, just a little bit further in the future, we also have, again,
more stuff.
4 more cryptic releases.
Yeah, okay, I've got a pretty good idea of at least 2 of those. There we go. That's what's coming on the horizon.
Obviously, one of those is Space Wolves.
What's something even further out? I have no idea what that could be.
I think it's a Lictor.
It could be 2 Votan warriors stood on each other's heads. We don't know. It could be. Again, let us know what you think it could be, but that's what's coming.
One was Chaos Knights, definitely.
Now, Alex. Now, we just talked about the Emperor's Children there. We didn't say Fulgrim, we said the Emperor's Children. And we've been teasing you guys out there for an awful long time. I think it's time to have a look.
Yes, indeed.
Here we go.
Oh! Oh, God! I love them! They are gorgeous. Oh my God. Lucian, my boy, you got a glow up. Or Lucius, sorry.
Okay, they're here. It's finally time to talk about the Emperor's Children. You guys have been waiting. Let's go for it. Now, at Christmas, we showed off Fulgrim, the demon Primarch of the Emperor's Children, of course. What a Christmas gift that was for all of us. Alex, for those not in the know, who is Fulgrim? Why they're important?
So Fulgrim was the demon Primarch of the Emperor's Children, and basically where he once pursued sort of perfection and mastery, he's now become the embodiment of obsession. He shed his mortal form and has basically become this demonic entity. He's spent most of his time both in the warp and in real space desperately trying to seek out new sensations and experiences, occasionally returning to wreak havoc, not to mention some Primarch in blue.
We're not going to talk about that. It doesn't appear in the Ultramarine records. It's just the most stunning miniature. I've seen it up close as well. It's just beautiful and huge, and just what a centerpiece that's going to be for a table. And yeah, long awaited return for Fulgrim to the 41st millennium on the gaming table. As you can imagine, Fulgrim is an absolute monster.
I'm not usually a Slaanesh guy, but those look good.
Demonic blades and serpentine tail just causing havoc. They can issue demonic poisons on the battlefield. I'm told that they once poisoned my Primarch at some point.
Yeah, he's the one who essentially nearly killed Gilman.
And you can choose demonic powers each battle round, much like other Primarchs can do as well. And one of those is that they can always fight first, which is just incredible.
Yes.
As a heads up, my colleague Simon and I from Battle Report had a one-on-one Fulgrim versus Angron just before Christmas, and Fulgrim won all 3. Ooh. I mean, it was just great. So there we go, Fulgrim on the way, monstrous on the table, and long awaited. You've got to get your paintbrush on that one. But let's talk about the army set we've seen as well. And this is the Children of Slaanesh army set, which includes brand new miniatures. Packed to the gills, brand new miniatures. The first up is the Lord Exultant. There, the new Lord choice. Come to that in a second. You've got a unit of Tormentors, who are the sort of battle line unit. The Infractors, who are the combat unit. And of course, the Noise Marines are back as well with their huge sonic weaponry, as well as the Codex is in there too. Right, let's break this down. Okay, we'll start off then with the Lord Exultant, who is the new Lord choice for the Emperor's Children. Who is a Lord Exultant, and why do they have the coolest cloak going in the 41st millennium?
So these guys basically embody everything that the Emperor's Children are. They are
Exalted Spear.
More experiences.
I'm going to be rewatching this this a lot.
Surgeries and stims to basically enhance their sensory abilities. Basically, receiving signals that would drive anybody else insane. But it does give them rather special abilities, even for a Space Marine. So, they can detect an assassin in the breeze, even the faintest trail of fuel use somewhere else. They could feel the vibrations in the floor for approaching enemies. They're just incredible combatants.
They're just so cool. And the actual model itself here as well has loads of options as well. So it's a multi-part kit. You can have a Phoenix Power Spear, Mastercrafted Power Sword, or something called a Screamer Pistol. It's like a pistol version of a sonic weapon, which is really cool. You can have a Rupture Lash, or a Plasma Pistol as well, or a Power Fist. This thing's got loads of options, head options, icon options. There's loads of things you can do with this model. And in the game, you're talking about sort of like trying to find those big experiences. Once per battle, they can go into Euphoric Strikes mode and just try and experience everything, and they get super horrible in combat.
Screamer Pistol goes hard, right?
So wonderful miniature, great on the tabletop. But they lead the forces, and we'll start off talking about the Tormentors. And these are the sort of like your sort of battle line unit with bolt guns. Tell me about these guys. Who are they?
So these guys are tactically flexible. They tend to fight at range. They see themselves as sort of exemplars of what a Space Marine should be. Like they take a look at the loyalists and think, not even close. They've got an awful lot of pride, and they basically have a habit of assigning themselves missions and targets, and most generals kind of think of that as an acceptable cost for having them on their side. They hate performing basically what they would see as tedious tasks, so they don't like guard duty.
That's fair enough. There's the kit itself is just jam-packed full of options, different heads, different shoulder pads. We've seen a few of the options shown sneakily off on the Warhammer Community website over the last few months. But this is the final kit here in front of you. On the tabletop, there are your OC2 battle line unit for holding objectives. They can even defile objectives. Don't think about it. We're making them sticky objectives, basically. They are infiltrators. They can actually sneak forwards before the battle begins, which is great. So expect serious board control from these guys. Just great miniatures, really are.
The Infiltrator battle line? What?
Are the combat units, the Infractors.
With sticky objectives?
Tell me about these guys.
These guys are all about getting up close and personal. They sort of live for the thrill of combat, and they tend to dose themselves up on toxins and stims, basically to elevate that sensation. And there's a wonderful term in the Codex, which is called murderous orchestra. Which is just, it's almost like killing as an art form.
I love these guys. In game terms, they are scouts. They start the game a bit further forwards, but also they're movement 7 on the battlefield. You'll find that just about everything in the army is faster than standard Space Marines are. And they have precision on their weapons as well, so enemy heroes beware.
Juicy, that doesn't even begin to describe
fast,
it.
You might not even need to put them in a Rhino, but you might want to. Okay, so also in the army set are 2 squads of Noise Marines. These guys are, again, beloved, and we've seen them before, but who are the Noise Marines, this special cult of the Emperor's Children?
So they're basically champions of Slaanesh that desire the experience of sound, and they want to have it to the extreme. So they've various stims, and they've had grafted organs. Some of them have Xenos
precision on your basic melee.
to allow them both to hear sound better, but also to admit it. They've got various warp mutations, and
Warfund is
that can emit,
going to be in effect.
Really powerful bass tones that'll shatter bones, horrifying metallic screeches that'll make your head explode. Really,
is that they're not going to have the guitar from the old model?
Yeah, a little bit, but
I still really like them as they are now.
The blessed number of Slaanesh. They are bigger and tougher than other Marines. Think Havoc equivalents from Chaos Space Marines, and they carry all manner of sonic weaponry. Sonic blasters are the sort of standard gun, as it were, and they also.
So, what is it? A unit of 6 or is it a unit of 3?
Can be tuned to different frequencies to destroy armored targets or to rupture
these are your
of numerous hordes. They're just the coolest models, led by the Disharmonist there, their leader, who's got amplifiers on his shoulders, as they all have. Just the coolest box. And there's 2 units of them in the army deal as well, so do get hold of that. But the army set isn't the only thing that's coming for the Emperor's Children. Let's have a look at some more. And of course, one of the most famous heroes for the whole Chaos faction, Lucius the Eternal. Tell me about this guy.
So Lucius the Eternal, he likes to think he's the best swordsman in existence. He's basically one of the greatest.
Havoc started the elite gunfire squadrons.
He seeks out equal paragons amongst enemy forces. So he'll hunt down your characters, your blade masters, that sort of thing. He basically wants to test his skills. However, he has not always succeeded. But should he be struck down, if you take even a minuscule moment of satisfaction in your kill, you will turn into Lucius.
The effect of the face will be Lucius' armor is cool.
Now, the armor is sort of a double-edged sword in this regard, because every face on it is obviously somebody that he's not killed, and that wounds his pride more than anything, and has kind of driven him a little bit insane. He holds an awful lot of contempt for everyone and everything.
How Slaaneshi. I love this miniature. It's incredible, and you can really tell sort of the pride and arrogance really coming across on it. On the battlefield, they are an incredibly skilled fighter. They use their Blade of Lair and the Lash of Torment to subdue hordes of enemies, which is cool. He's actually a lone operative, but can still join units. But when he fights alone,
just comes with the domain.
Better, because he fights alone. Basically, don't let this fighter anywhere near your warlord, because he's going to kill it, which is great. Absolutely brilliant model. Alongside Lucius, we also have the elite unit, the Flawless Blades.
Indeed.
Tell me about these guys, Al.
So these guys are basically sort of an evolution of the Palatine Blades from the Legion of old. They are the paragons of close combat and the art with the blade. They have demonic patrons that like to keep an eye on what they're up to, and they basically need to keep impressing them with the best kills, the most dramatic flair. They dose themselves up on stims all throughout, but their incredible pride means that they never want to share their form, so they're never going to get sort of completely taken over by a demon, but they're more than happy to accept their gifts.
They're just stunning models, aren't they? Really are. 3 models in a box, loads and loads of options to customize your miniatures to make them look as prideful as you want them to. On the battlefield, they are horrifying combatants, as you can well imagine, wielding their bliss blades there with terrifying skill. Now, Alex, you talked about those demonic patrons in their lore as well, and on the battlefield, that's represented. They can call upon these dark powers to give them extra powers in combat, but at a risk, because if they don't actually get any kills, they're punished with their own deaths. So it's a big risk, but really quite very Slaaneshi and very fun too. Now, also coming for the Emperor's Children is the Lord Cacophonist, who's this incredible miniature with a huge amplifier on his back. Tell me more.
So these guys, as with the Noise Marines, are obsessed with sound, namely the extremes of sound, able to issue sonic assaults at basically any scale. They're believed by some.
Like Slaaneshi's risk-taking angle that they've leaned into? Yes.
So these guys are basically surgically sculpted even beyond the normal Noise Marine, and that amplifier on their back is the Doom Siren, and that basically magnifies every utterance.
It's like ASMR, but for Slaaneshi Marines. It's awesome. We've got the options on the kit. You can have Screamer pistols or a power sword there as well. He's got a rule called Obsessive Enunciation, which, if he joins Noise Marines, give them sustained hits, which is just incredible. Yeah, he can use the Doom Siren to blow people's heads up as well, which is just great. A wonderful miniature, very Slaaneshi. And if you're getting Noise Marines, get hold of one of these as well. Now, also coming for the Emperor's Children in the future is the Combat Patrol. It's called the Callous Blades inside the Codex. It's not coming quite yet, but it will be coming in the future, and it's a seriously combat-focused Combat Patrol there. So 6 of the Flawless Blades, 10 of the Infractors, and a Lord Exultant, so you can really get stuck in.
Oh, yes.
Going to be horrifying, but yeah, coming later, not quite yet. Now, of course, in the army set is coming the Emperor's Children Codex. This one's been waited for a long time by hobbyists out there. Tell me, what's the first thing that caught your eye?
Oh, so as expected, this is a work of perfection. It's got everything from the background and the lore in it, a little bit of explanation about what Fulgrim's been up to, how the Emperor's Children, various warbands have been fractured. But my favourite thing is these little cutouts that appear on various pages, basically describing the stims, the toxins, the drugs that the Emperor's Children have been using. And one of my favourites is scalathraxine dust, which is basically this crystalline powder that they put in their eyes that grows crystals and would drive anybody else mad. But the Emperor's Children love it.
Warhammer 40,000 is really grim. I love it. Of course, gamers can expect to find everything they usually find inside a codex, from all the army rules. They've got a new army rule called Thrill Seekers, where the army
we have Lauren Slenderlash, correct? Yeah, let's go.
And still charge, but with a few restrictions, but it's still exciting. 6 new detachments,
6?
which let you achieve various levels of perfection in there. And we've got lots of models. All the models we've seen are included, of course, all the rules in there, as well as other models also available right now. So if you wanted to start your forces right now to get ready for this, you could paint some Terminators, a Helldrake, a Demon Prince, Rhinos, Land Raiders, Spawn are in there, Mauler Fiends too. And what's really exciting is the Slaneshi Demons are included in the book as well.
So if you wanted a Fiend or a Great
So I don't need to buy the CSM Codex?
Absolutely. You can include your Slaneshi Demons alongside your Emperor's Children on the tabletop, which is just great. So, yeah, Keeper of Secrets running around alongside Fulgrim would be terrifying prospect to face. We've got the Crusade rules in there as well. And inside the Crusade, you're going to love this. The idea here is that they're on a sort of journey to try and find exotic and rare ingredients to mix up strange elixirs, which will then have horrifying results for the combatants as well.
Cool.
Just really cool. And, of course, the usual amount of new artwork. Great miniature shots in there as well.
Can I get a release date?
For Emperor's Children fans.
Oh.
Oh, I'm so excited for these guys, even though they hurt my Primarch.
So we've seen some fantastic stuff there from Age of Sigmar. We've seen the High Elf Realms from the Old World, and ending with those Emperor's Children. It's been fantastic.
There's been some great, and Necromunda 2, of course, you saw in there as well. Those Black Library miniatures were so good too. Yeah, it's been a really great preview, man.
Yep. Now, thank you everybody for watching. If you're over at LVO, I hope you're having a fantastic time. If you want more details on all of these and some of the things that we've not shown off, head over to the Warhammer community website. Remember to follow us on Facebook, X, YouTube, and Instagram. And thank you for joining me, Nick.
Thank you for joining me, man.
Thank you, everybody at home. See ya.
Oh. Oh. Sentinel, hello! Rip, also hi. Hello. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Oh, God. Demon Split is confirmed. Yep, apparently. Gloom Spy Path to Glory rule. Okay. Not the right background, y'all. I'll change that. You know what? Oh my God. The zombie dragon made you happy? Oh, the zombie dragon look cool. Oh, I can't wait to see. I can't wait. Oh my God. Y'all. Y'all. Can I get a... Oh, okay. Okay. So basically, it's done. Yeah, I'm broken. All right, so... Let's see what we got here. All right, as you already saw in your dazzling Christmas Day reveal, the Damon Print. Oh my God. What? Hold on. Hold on. Not only is he headlining a brand new Emperor's Children range with this. Cannot see Jack. Boop. There we go. My wallet will be broken with this soul blight. There it is. Okay. Apparently, we might be getting... Oh my god! We've already seen Fulgrim and his underlings are clamoring for the attention of their pursuit. When the Emperor's Children are spoken of and hushed across the galaxy. Is the Black Library book coming with the Fulgrim model? I might just get that. Wait, what? There's a Salamander's Codex. Nani? It was a salamander? Salamanders! That's what I'm painting my Space Marines as! Oh my god. One of the black and white super cropped images. Oh my god. They're becoming a divergent chapter. Vulcan lives, y'all! Anyways, wow. Dude, this picture itself looks sick. There's there's also a Space Wolf and a Templar there. Oh my god. That is definitely a gorgeous image. Oh my god. Oh dear lordy lord. I'm gonna have to start. Okay, there's Fulgrim. There's Lucius. There's Lucius. There's our boy Lucius. What is that? I know that's a Forge Fiend. Oh, that's these are Land Raiders. Okay. A Demon Prince of Slaanesh, probably. And look at me, I won't have to worry about Eldar stuff for a while. Nice, yeah. Oh my god, though. I can't. Oh. So, not only headlining a brand new Emperor's Children range with his monstrously magnificent feature, but he'll also be starring in a new Black Library novel to announce his return to the 41st millennium. But we've already seen Fulgrim and his underlings are clamoring for the attention that a pursuit of perfection craves. When the Emperor's Children are spoken of in hushed whispers across the galaxy, one name above all strikes fear into the hearts. Seemingly unkillable warrior whose immense skills as a duelist are eclipsed only by the extent of his boundless ego. He's Lucius the Eternal. And he's never looked so good. Oh my god, these... stories Lucius exploits. Oh my god. That is so cool. I like how the image is actually the whip coming off the page. Oh my god, these look good. Oh my god. So within that, apparently within that box, they're coming with 2 squads of Noise Marines. So it's what, 6? So 12 Noise Marines? Jesus. And here's the it's a big box. Yeah, I might be canceling my trip to my dad's. Sorry, Dad. I don't... okay, so we don't have a release date on EC, but it is still very soon. They've listed it to release around the time Guard and Eldari come out. When do Guard and Eldari come out? Oh my god, these look so good. I'm going to be painting a lot of pink. Guard box is already for sale, AFK. Garden Eldari coming out right now, from my understanding. Okay. Oh my god. So, oh yeah. Oh no. Wait, no. This is, wait. This is okay. The first wave of the glorious miniatures will be available in the tantalizing champions of Slaanesh army set, which includes 2 units of 6 noise. Oh, it is 2 units. Oh god, 2 units of 10 infractors. That can alternately be built as tormentors, and a Lord Exultant. This is the perfect way to start a new Emperor's Children army. And to cap it all off, it comes with an exclusive cover variant of Codex Emperor's Children, a full set of data cards, and a new transfer sheet. Yeah, that's why I'm sad. Eldar soon, which means more stuff that I need to buy. Ooh. So 33 model box. Yep. So 6, 6, 12, 20. Yeah, 33 model box. Plus the codex, data sheets, and a transfer sheet. Oh my god. That's a good, yeah. Nothing but bodies at that, yeah. I mean, all I'd have to do is either buy Land Raiders or Rhinos, and then maybe a couple Forge Fiends, and boom, bada bing, I got myself an army. Because I'm also going to be getting... some Daemons are also an option. Oh, right. So maybe instead of Forge Fiends, I grab... Yeah. I'm obviously getting Fulgrim. I'm going to try and get this bottle box. Like, oh my god. I'm going to go broke. I'm going to go broke, y'all. So if I'm going to be pre-ordering this, I won't have to buy a codex. So that's good, because it comes with the codex. Gonna go panhandle BRB. All good. Oh my god. This is... If all that hasn't left you in a state of dreadful impact, head back to the preview hub to see everything else we've released. There's a new Nurgle guy they didn't show off. Oh, yeah. I did. Oh, yeah. Where's it at? Right here. Yeah, there he is. Champions of the Death Guard who reach a high enough... anyways, the great god of plagues has a thing for inevitability. His contagions leave masses of fecund decay that will eventually sprout new life. A Lord of Poxes. Like his rusty regular sword? Yeah. That looks nice. It's not a power sword. He's just got a tetanus stick. Yeah. Yo, that's sick nasty. But oh my god. I'm sorry, I gotta watch this again. Cause these things look so good. When I buy this, I need to buy a lot of hot pink. Looks like there's some Magos purple into that too. Oh. Oh. That. My God. My God, that looks good. Oh. This all just looks insane. Chat, I am officially broken. Oh, hey, it's Lord Leontis. trying to go up to Fulcrum himself. He's like, I can take you. Maybe. Like, oh my God. Yeah, he's got this. Mark down the time of death now. Right? Oh my God. Chat. How much time is left on the official voting for whether or not we do Nah. Oh, love it. That's nice, Mouth. You weren't wrong. You weren't wrong. Oh my God. But anyways, where is it at? Oh, nope, that's clips. There's still 4 days left, but you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna start the war fund. Mouth! Not meaning. Maybe this weekend. We need to come up with goals. We already have like a few of them, but we need to come up with goals and specific amounts to string them towards. Because this is happening. Whether those goals are achieved or not, this is happening. Oh my God. These just look absolutely insane. Oh my God. I'm not gonna lie, I think I jerked my jorts. I mean, what? Anyways, The Coneheads are funny though. Yeah. I won't lie. The Coneheads are a little funny, but they still look absolutely freaking gorgeous. Tormentors and oh my god, even the most common Space Marines all among Fulgrim's Legion are masters of their own band of warfare and are often found collected into two distinct formations. Infractors are obsessed with experiencing every sensation the galaxy has to offer and hurl themselves into close combat with wicked dueling sabers, determined to hunt down the most glorious opponents and prove their superiority at the edge of a blade. Tormentors instead opt for mastery in the field of ranged combat, prizing speed and aggression over the lumbering defenses of their loyalist nemesis. Their highly ornamented bolt guns are supremely deadly in the hands of such skilled warriors, and even their endless hunt for ever greater battle sensations doesn't curb their usefulness as objective capturing troops. Like, oh my god. Oh my god. Really? It is literally 6 units of... How many... What's the standard points in a Battle Force box these days? I'm almost guessing this is pretty close to a 1K. All I would need to get is like a Land Raider and a Rhino or something like that. Maybe even half an army? Yeah. Well, I mean, so that's like 85, 170, 260, 480. $555. Yeah, currently right now it's like the Adeptus Sword is Battle Force box that I originally got, the Army of Faith box. Right now it's ranging around 555 points. It's 1250 for AOS, but 750 for 40k because 40k is bigger scale. Gotcha. Good God. Good God. So yeah, that's probably 750, which means Slaanesh is pretty damn elite. Yeah. And then there's the... So yeah, I'm getting the Battle Force. I'm getting the Combat Patrol. I think this is as many models as World Eaters have in their Combat Patrol. Wow. I don't know whether I like that or hate that. There's 30 guys in that? Wow, and this is 33 guys. Oh, okay. Damn. We going hard, boys and girls, ladies and gents, non-binary pals. Now, World Leaders have a notoriously silly combat patrol because it's just 20 corn berserkers. Oh my god! Like this picture is just insanely good looking. It is just insanely good looking. And then Chen Jackals. God, there's a Helldrake here too. Oop, there's some Noise Marines up there. That's a Hellbrute. Is that a Demon of Slaanesh? On the one hand, if you buy it, it's terrible value because if there's ever any other value box that has corn berserkers, you'll never need more. On the other hand, oh baby, 20 berserkers. Right? Wait, can Land Raiders open up their actually open up their hatches? Wow. I find something intensely funny about Corn Unga Bunga. Just glue it like that. Oh, okay. So it's not like, hey, open up. Also, Land Raiders on Slaanesh are going to be so busted, to be honest. What are the rules on Land Raiders? Wrong thing. Because you can charge after you disembark from a Land Raider, even if it moved. Oh! Really? Each time a unit disembarks from this model after it has made a normal move, that unit is still eligible to declare a charge this turn. Oh! I'm getting 2 of those. So yeah, you put a bunch of your elite Conehead melee guys in the Vangabus, pull up half the battlefield, hop out, and raise hell. Right? Like, good God. How much is a Land Raider? $92 on GW site. Wow. Landers are expensive. I would know. Expensive. I would know. I've wanted. Oh, thank you, mouth. I wanted one for years. Oh God. Yeah, that's expensive. Looks like I'm gonna be getting a Ripabot. The bot has been excommunicated. Good. Jeez. I remember when the Land Raiders were 50 and I still thought they were too expensive USD. And I'm Canadian, so their price is in the triple digits over here. God. Hmm? Oh, hey, look at that. These Land Raiders actually have a looks like trade outs. Oh, wait. This is definitely slightly different than the normal. There's definitely differences. There's even spikes going on alongside of the tracks here. This doesn't have those spikes. Maybe those already on the Chaos Land or kit. Maybe. Oh, wait. This one looks more like a normal one. So possibly yes. Or maybe there's just a new one. It's kind of dated. That's true. I can't wait to get to the. What have I done? I don't. What do you mean? What have I done? Is there something wrong? What'd I do? Oh, dude, now I want a Land Raider. Oh, okay. I missed that text. Sorry. Dude, now, yeah. I mean, Jeff. I thought you already wanted a Land Raider, dude. So don't blame me. Oh my god. So I got a man who already wanted a Land Raider. Right. Exactly. I had to deflect. It's in my nature. I'm just a gushing for punishment on my wallet is all. But oh my god. This looks insane. And it's awesome. I don't know. Ugh. There is just so much going on. Is this really what it looks like? Is this really what it feels like to experience a whole a whole army refresh? A whole army release? Yeah. Oh my god. I'm buying this. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm buying it. I was gonna save up to start working on getting more Adeptus Sororitas, but I think this is what I'm gonna get next. I think this is my next project because this is my next big project. Wish me luck, y'all. Easy War Fund coming up with goals. Oh, I suppose I should so it's either mod meeting this weekend or next weekend. It should be available whenever. Okay, well, I made a message into the unnameable chat. Hopefully Grouchy gets the memo, so we can start working on getting things set up. Because oh my god, all right. Oh wow. What's everybody's guess that's gonna be the price for this box? Oh my god. $5 Lucian dollars. My credit card's gonna love me. Yeah, my credit card's gonna be like, hey, you're giving us more money? Cool. Man, oh man. His army just looks so freaking gorgeous. Oh. There's also a new cool Horus Heresy Admech. That's which one is that? Is that this one? Ever since the Mechanicum was unleashed upon the Age of Darkness with a range of new plastic kits, the Thanatar Siege. Oh my god, dude. Okay, that's a big beefy dude. That's a big beefy dude. AdMac needs stuff like this? Yeah, for both Horus Heresy and 40k. Hopefully they'll transfer this into 40k with maybe some slight changes. 40k, they're just Skitarii. Rude. But true. Damn, these look good though. See you, man. All right, y'all. If y'all are heading out, anyways, it's 1 in the a.m. I should be going to bed. See you, man. All good, man. Thank you for hanging out, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and head to bed myself because